everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today is another seasonal event, and a very special one that I have been looking forward to. Today is Valentione's Day 2023, the Valentine's Day event, and I'm so excited about this. This episode will be divided into 3 parts, all related to the Valentione's Day celebrations here in Eorzea. The first part will be the main quests associated with the event. The second part will be a special couples event associated with it that is unique to this time of year and I don't believe has happened before. I don't recall, but I haven't been playing the game that long, so maybe this is a thing they've done in previous years. But there's a nice couples event, a little multiplayer content for you and your partner, and I'm going to be doing that with my partner. And then the third and final part will be some stuff involving NPCs, basically. So let's get started. Before we head up and take on the Valentione's event celebrations, we're going to head on over here to the House Valentione Butler. And we're going to learn a little bit about the holiday. Good eve to you, adventure, and may the flowers of love ever blossom in your heart. If you should desire to learn more of the Valentione's Day festivities, please do not hesitate to ask. I shall be only too eager to share with you everything I know. So, what's with all the hearts? We of the proudish guardian house of Valentione spread ourselves across Eorzea this day in the hope that we may give budding sweethearts the courage to take their first steps together. Hearts across this fair realm torment themselves with unspoken ardors, and thus we have crafted events to inspire even the shyest of souls to confess their hidden feelings. So what is Valentione's Day? It is a time of celebration when we honor the life of Countess Arabelle de Valentione, a high lady of Ishgard who struck out against her life of cosseted detachment and risked all in pursuit of a pure and all-consuming love. In the years after the Countess's passing, a tradition became established among the Ishgardian populace. Every year at this time would they strive to emulate her passion and her bravery, by plucking up their own courage and bestowing a token of love upon the object of their affections. Please don't objectify the people you love. That is a really bad joke. That is really bad wordplay, and I'm sorry, but it is good advice. So who is this Lisette de Valentione? Lady Lisette is a direct descendant of Countess Arabelle de Valentione, and her very image both in beauty and in spirit, whether it is by her tireless exhortations or simply by her captivating presence, there is none who stokes the fires of passion in Eorzean hearts more than she. Men want her, and women want to be her, and many the other way around. But how can my words do justice to such a light as hers? If you wish to learn more of my lady, pray speak with her yourself. She is ever eager to meet new faces, provided they are willing to submit to her command. Oh my. Also, haha, Final Fantasy XIV says gay rights. I would hope so, but who is this Astrid? The Lady Astrid belongs to the newest generation of House Valentione's emissaries. As a relative of Lisette de Valentione, the desire to see others' hearts skip a beat runs in her noble blood. If you would aid this diminutive avatar of love in her efforts to saturate the realm in ardor and affection, then you need but make yourself known to her. Alright, and thank you for all the info. We also have a merchant over here. We'll go ahead and take care of that before I forget. As with every seasonal event, there is a merchant selling unique items. We have Ballroom Etiquette, Valentione's Dangers, which teaches us the Eat Chocolate emote. And we have 2 sets of Glamour Prisms. We're gonna buy 11 Prismatic Heart left, and 11 Prismatic Heart right. Hello? Game? I think the internet broke. Oh no. Did I get disconnected from the server? No. It just defaulted to cancel and I'm being stupid. Okay, fair enough. Alright, let's go ahead and check out those glamours and then we can get started. Well, also learn the emote. Check out the glamours. And then we can get started on the event. The left side of a heart. And once it dispels, please, any second, there we go. We can get the right side of a heart. Yep, fair enough. You gotta use it with your partner to get the full effect. Alright, Lisette de Valentione. How's it going on this Valentione's Day? Lisette de Valentione's gaze is sultry, yet her eyes wander uneasily. As dawnlight kisses sky above, so too eternal beams my love. Though dusk may drown the world in gray, the night shall taste. Why, hello there! You, my dear adventurer, have the unmistakable gleam of a woman who would champion the cause of love. Of Valentione's Day. If you have a moment, I should be much obliged to hear your thoughts upon a certain matter of the heart. Of my heart, to be precise. You see, my sister Astrid has been demanding to lead the celebrations this year. Yet while her enthusiasm does her credit, I simply cannot shirk my responsibilities as head emissary of Ardor. No matter what I say, she refuses to budge on the matter, but perhaps she would heed reason were it to come from an impartial party. And such a charming one at that. So I beg you, will you not try to talk some sense into her? I don't know how I feel about getting wrapped up in family drama, but sure. I heard what my sister told you, but I simply must be allowed to oversee the festivities this year. I have my reasons. Lisette herself has a love, yet she devotes all her time and energy to the happiness of others when she should be focusing on her own. That is a fair point. Lisette? I must confess, I didn't always approve of my sister's choice of partner. With his lowly upbringing, I'd believed Hortefence didn't deserve her. But through my work as an emissary, I've come to realize that such things as birth and station matter not so long as there is love. And you should be embracing this occasion to foster that love instead of worrying about others. Look here, Astrid, I appreciate your concern, I do, but the reputation of House Valentione hinges on the success of these celebrations. Lisette, I'm gonna side with Astrid here. What better way to celebrate the holiday than embodying its very purpose by being with the one you love? Set a good example for the people of Eorzea. Show them how to have a good Valentione's Day. As a lady of the house, I've labored to ensure that everything has gone smoothly year in and year out. Failure is not an option. You understand this, yes? Sounds like me, you're missing the point of the holiday itself. I know this full well, sister, and I won't fail us. I even have the assistance of our new emissary in training. What do you think, adventure? I say Astrid will do a great job, or should at least be given the chance, and you should set a good example for the people of Eorzea. Will this emissary in training spend more time helping or, training? No. I say leave it to Astrid, and if it'd make you feel better, I'd help too. Anything to make sure that people are happy. Well now, who am I to turn away an offer of help from such a charming adventurer? Yes, with your good self watching over Astrid, I believe I can entrust this year's celebration to her with an easy heart. I hereby leave our legacy in your hands. So long as you stay true to your heart, you will surely do us proud. And even should something go awry, fret not. There is little I cannot fix with my indubitable charms. Yeah, there you go. You can come in if necessary. But just trust Astrid's gonna do a fine job. Right then. I suppose I'll go and embrace the spirit of the season. Please don't go into too much detail. Astrid looks quite young, to be honest. Whew, with Lisette gone, we may finally begin our work. Speaking of which, I must immediately impose upon you. Originally, I was meant to make the rounds with Emily, our new recruit, to advertise the event we shall be hosting later on. However, now that I have officially assumed my sister's responsibilities, I am required to remain here at her post. Might you accompany Emily in my stead? Sure, I can do that. Thank you. Pray wait a moment while I fetch her. In love's fine season, our task is one, to spread gay tidings to all and one? Allow me to present our new apprentice of affection. Yes, well, the dress is quite a departure from my usual attire, but if I'm to follow in Lisette's footsteps, I naturally must adopt her lovely image. I don't know, you look pretty good in the suit. Nice to meet you, adventurer. My name is Emily, and it will be my pleasure to advertise the festivities together. Let Emily know when you are ready to fly forth upon the wings of ardor and spread the word of our happy congregation. Astrid, you are doing great. You just gotta work on your confidence, it seems like. But that'll come with practice. In the meantime, let's get going, Emily. I gotta say, they both look pretty good in the suits. Emily, you ready to go? Shall we be off then? This is my first time promoting an event. I'm not certain how to start talking to strangers. May I ask you to take the lead? Oh, that's perfectly reasonable. Thank you. I'll be sure to observe you closely. Now then, shall we first head to the Leatherworkers Guild? I dare say some folk there will be interested in our event. Alright, Emily is now accompanying us. And we can have optional conversations in the field. I do very much love that they're backporting that to the... Well, I guess they're not really backporting it. I'm glad they're using that feature in the seasonal events, given that it doesn't get introduced in the main story till Endwalker, which is a long ways off for us. It is a nice feature to be able to have an NPC with you and not need to worry about them keeping up, and getting to have some extra conversations on the way. Alright, Emily, tell me about Valentione's Day. Look, you can just see the amphitheater from here. I simply love Valentione's Day, the soft colors, the hearts, the adorable costumes. I'm so glad I found the courage to ask Lizette if I could become an emissary. It's nothing short of a dream come true. I'm so happy for you. And yeah, it is a very lovely holiday. A little overbearing, but I still appreciate it and enjoy it. Hello there, friend. Looks like I'm early. Wonder if there's something to do to pass the time. Well, hearken thee, for Valentione's Day, the grand celebration of ardor and affection has come once more. Oh, and blowing a kiss for good measure. Amazing! I can imagine Lizette herself delivering such a delightful invitation. Valentione's Day celebrations are being held at Miketo's amphitheater. There will be costumes and merrymaking and a special congregation wherein participants profess their love. Please join us if you have the time. Well, now that does sound like fun. I'll head over at once. My thanks for letting me know. Awesome. See, not too bad, Emily. That went well. Let's keep up the good work. Next, let's head to the Shaded Bowyer on the way to the markets. Oh, and I shall try taking the lead this time. Your example was most inspiring. Good for you. Oh, I'm so glad Emily is taking the initiative. You are a good apprentice. You're going to be great as an emissary once you are no longer in training. Alright, Shaded Bowyer is going to be right over here. It is the main marketplace. And so I've heard that people give gifts on this day. Tell me about that. There's no shortage of Valentione's gifts to choose from at the markets. By all accounts, the most popular chocolate is from the Bismarck. Are you planning to give a special someone a gift too? Assuming you have the skills, they say nothing conveys your feelings quite like chocolates you made yourself. And if you're thinking flowers, a red Azamo rose never fails to please. Yeah, no, a rose is always a good fallback, but I've got plans. I have plans. Don't tell my partner this episode isn't going out until, well after Valentine's Day, but I've got plans on a gift I'm going to make for her, and I'm very excited. Hello there, friend. Nothing feels so fine as finishing up a good day's work. Hearken thee, for Valentione's Day, that grand celebration of ardor and affection has come once more. You're quoting me word for word. No, honestly, it's not a bad script. I can't blame you. We are hosting Valentione's Day celebrations at Miketo's amphitheater. Come join us for refreshments, costumes, and a special event wherein participants proclaim their affections. A handsome invitation from a handsome lass. How could I refuse? I'll bring my wife too. She loves her festivals. Wonderful. We look forward to seeing you there. Handsome. If anything, I want to be winsome. Oh no! Emily, are you okay? I'll just have to try harder next time, I suppose. Well, let's make our way through the ebony stalls into the Centaur's Eye. I'm sorry. If you didn't want to be handsome, Is there a reason why you chose to wear the suit? You look very butch in it. No, you know what? I'm gonna leave Emily to whatever she's going through, and I'll be here if she needs assistance. Alright then, so our next destination is going to be up north by the Lancers Guild. The Centaur's Eye is just around here, and we've got one more conversation to have. So, tell me about the Centaur's Eye. Have you been here before? This is my brother-in-law's shop. He proposed to my sister on Valentione's Day, and they've been inseparable ever since. Oh, really? Interesting. Very interesting. All right, we got one more resident over here. Hello there. A very good evening to you, miss. Do you not simply adore this sweet season of ardor and affection? Oh, you're one of the Valentione's Day people, I take it? Indeed I am. Over at Miketo's Amphitheater, we are hosting a delightful event with gorgeous costumes to try on and an opportunity to speak of love to your heart's content. Well now, what a passionate and dashing emissary you are. Thank you for the invitation, and good luck with the festivities. Oh, Emily. Oof. I see what you're trying to do. I'm sorry. Dashing? I know it was said in kindness, but no, this is no time to complain. Not when Astrid's trying so hard to do her sister proud. She was hesitant about the dress, said that such attire doesn't become her, but she donned it anyway in order to be like Lizette, and she positively shines in it, don't you think? It was to help her shine even brighter that I decided to wear this suit. I believed it would serve to provide contrast when we're side by side on stage. But this simply isn't me. I've always preferred to look ladylike, adorable, and being called handsome and dashing reminds me how far from myself I am right now. I need to persevere. I know this. It isn't the time to be selfish, and yet... Oh, Emily. Oof. Relatable in the opposite direction. Wait, no, in the same direction. Same direction. God, brain. Broke. Definitely same direction. Both of these are good responses. But I don't think having preferences is selfish. You should feel comfortable in what you're wearing and how you look and how you're perceived. Truly, then perhaps I will speak with Astrid about it. I'll need a moment to gather my thoughts, but let's meet back at the amphitheater shortly. Seeing a kid like that go through gender dysphoria is not pleasant. It's very clearly coded as gender dysphoria, even if it's not... you know what? Yeah, no, it's not necessarily strictly gender dysphoria, but it definitely is coded much that way. That's really heartbreaking to see, but hopefully, Emily is able to talk with Astrid and get into something more comfortable. We don't want these kids forcing themselves to feel miserable just to make other people happy or to do what they think they're supposed to do. Or dress how they think they're supposed to dress. That sucks. Though I am curious, is that literally Astrid's suit that she put on? Did she literally put Astrid's suit on after Astrid took it off? You must be very close. Ah, there you are. I tried gathering my thoughts, but I still don't know how I should broach the subject with Astrid. Nevertheless, I'm determined to speak with her, and I would be grateful for your presence. Of course. Welcome back, my messengers of messages. How fared your efforts? Astrid, are you okay? You do not look okay. Oh, splendidly. We met many souls eager to celebrate the season of love. But if I may, there's something I wish to discuss with you. Astrid, are you okay? You look like you're about to pass out. Later, perhaps. You're looking a little pale, Astrid. Are you feeling well? Oh, fret not, Emily. I am simply blanched with anticipation for today's most lovely events. I beaked with pleasure, as it were. Weak with, I mean. Oh, who am I fooling? The truth is, people have been bombarding me with compliments on my appearance. Every second person says that I look sweet or adorable, and it's been positively exhausting. Oh my god. Children, please! As a daughter of nobility, I know I ought to desire such praise. Beauty and grace are highly commendable virtues in our circles, after all. But one day I met a knight, a fellow daughter of a noble house, and I found myself drawn to her strength and gallantry. Our famous ancestor, Countess Arabelle, was also a skilled warrior, you know? Alas, I've never had the physical disposition for such a rigorous calling. And though I find comfort in incorporating the spirited chivalry into my guise and mannerism, if I'm to be an emissary worthy of succeeding Lisette, I must accept the attire that comes with the position and set aside my own preferences. Oh my god. I'm in so much pain right now. I'm in very much pain right now. These children, please, put yourselves first a little bit. Embracing one's own preferences is also an expression of love. Self-love. It may be said that to prefer is to love. Still, as an emissary, I can't allow my personal concerns to interfere with duty. Oh, screw duty. Astrid, I know your feelings all too well, for I have them too, though in reverse to you. I find it uplifting to be called sweet or adorable, yet I feel anything but in this handsome suit. As emissaries of love, our duty is to help people embrace their hearts. But how are we to do this if we don't embrace our own? If we don't love ourselves and pursue our own happiness? You're right, Emily. You're absolutely right. There I was, chiding Lisette for ignoring her own happiness, yet here I am guilty of doing the very same thing. In order to become a great emissary like my sister, I believed that I needed to emulate her completely, but that isn't the case. No, as my sister herself advised, I need to stay true to my heart. Only then can I hope to become the best emissary that I can be. Were it not for your encouragement, Astrid and I might have continued to be miserable trying to be someone we're not. Thank you for helping us to be true to ourselves. Of course, anytime. Come, Emily, let us trade outfits at once. You're looking much more comfortable, both of you. Just so. To succeed someone doesn't mean you have to imitate them. Now that Astrid has learned this, she's truly ready to take over the Valentione legacy. Which means we can start considering our future in earnest. Among other things, I still need to pay my respects to your family. Yes, well, we'll get around to it soon enough. Ishgard wasn't built in a day, you know. Oh, someone's nervous. Alright, and that is the Valentione's Day quest complete. There's still 2 parts to this episode, so don't tune out yet. We now have access to the ceremony seasonal instance. Enter the venue, speak with the Valentione servant at Miketo's amphitheater. The Valentione ceremony is an instance designed for a party of 2. There are no class, job, or level requirements for participation. In the event that you register for the ceremony alone, your partner will be found via the matching system. Yeah, I really like this. So obviously it would not be fair to either of the kids to determine what their identities are, but this is such an explicitly trans-coded seasonal event. Like, they are screaming trans rights throughout the entire event. 2 kids suffering gender dysphoria in opposite directions. Granted, Astrid is butch, not necessarily a guy. We don't know. Astrid has to determine that for herself, and right now, she is a butch girl, so. Still, like, there's very clearly a lot of transcoding in this event, and a lot of just explicitly saying you need to accept yourself for who you are and not for who people think you should be or who you think you are required to be. And that's so good. I love that a lot. Okay, real quick, let's see. Are there any rewards for the achievement we just got? Nope. Just getting the achievement itself. Awesome. Now that we have that coffer that is specifically the women's attire, you get the attire according to your gender, for your character's gender, for completing the quest. Unfortunately, despite this entire quest revolving around the idea of self-acceptance and dressing how you feel comfortable, the clothes are still gender-locked. Which is extra bizarre because Creative Business Unit 3 has been going out of their way over the last year or so, more than that, to go through all the gender-locked clothing and make it so that anyone can wear it regardless of gender. They've been unlocking the gender-locked clothing, so why are they introducing gender-locked clothing? I've seen some speculation that they just didn't have time to finish the models for both male and female for both variants of the outfit, so they will probably unlock the clothing at a later date when they do have the time to do that, especially since they're going through all the old gender-locked gear at the same time. And that's fair. I hope they unlock the clothing eventually. And in preparation for the possibility of them unlocking the clothing, we can go ahead and buy the men's version of the clothes. Not that I'll necessarily wear it, but it'll be nice to have it for glamoring purposes in case I find an excuse or a set of outfits where these work well together. More likely I'll lean towards the women's clothes, but I don't know. Sometimes mixing the clothes, you can get some really good looks out of it. And if I don't buy that now out of the vendor, then I'm not going to have a chance to get it later. Except maybe through the online store, which I don't want to spend real money on this when I can spend gil now. Anyways, next part of Valentione's Day is going to be the seasonal instance duty that you do with your partner or with someone you match up with through the matching system. So, I'll be right back once I've gotten my partner in here with me, and we will take care of that duty. Alright, so in just a minute we're going to go ahead and cut over to me playing through the multiplayer duty with my partner, but before we get started with that, I do want to make sure we've read the rules for the duty. How's this go? What is the Valentione ceremony? The Valentione ceremony is a series of lighthearted trials that measure the affinity between two souls. We should be pleased if the ceremony serves as your first step together on the journey of love. The Valentione ceremony is an instance designed for a party of two. There are no class, job, or level requirements for participation. In the event that you register for the ceremony alone, your partner will be found via the matching system. What happens in the ceremony? The ceremony comprises of two trials which are collectively known as the Trials of the Moon. Overcoming them will require cooperation, communication, and patience, such things as form the foundation of a strong relationship. The Valentione ceremony is made up of two minigames, Till Mog Do Us Part and Cards Beat as One. Upon the completion of both, you will receive an affinity rating for your party. How about the first trial? What happens in that? What happens in Till Mog Do Us Part? In the first trial, you and your partner must make your way through an obstacle-filled maze. Though you each will have your own path, you must avoid straying far from one another, lest your bond be broken. In the trial Till Mog Do Us Part, you and your partner are joined by a magical chain. Straying too far from one another will cause the chain to break, during which time the affinity bar will slowly drain. Being attacked by Moogles will also drain the bar. If the bar is completely drained, the duty will end in failure and you will be ejected from the instance. Completion time and remaining affinity influence your final rating, while determining your bonus for the second trial, Cards Beat as One. How about the second trial? The second trial challenges your powers of recollection and reasoning while calling on a bit of luck and cooperation for good measure. The trial Cards Beat as One is a card matching game. 12 cards will be laid out and couples must cooperate to turn over matching pairs. If you guess incorrectly, you will be required to select again until all cards have been matched. The number of incorrect guesses influences your final affinity rating. Alright then, and with that, we're going to go ahead and cut on over to me doing this with my partner, who's going to be playing Thabatatasm. Alright, let's get started. My partner elected not to do voice chat for this one, so we're gonna be going through post-commentary. Welcome to the Valentione ceremony. Here, the pair of you undertake 2 trials. Your performance will determine your results, and the first trial awaits. So, first section is the maze, and the maze is a little bit rough. Rule is simple: get through the maze, Kupo. Yeah, thank you, Moogle. Unfortunately, we do have a bond between us, and if we get too far apart, it will break and we'll start losing affinity. And the lower our affinity goes, the worse our final results are. So we want to try and stay reasonably close together. That is surprisingly hard in this maze. There are some points where it forces you to be really far apart, and it makes us both very antsy. So right now, she is able to be right up against the near wall to me, so I'm going around the far end. And then once I get back close to her, once I am able to get around this corner. We were doing voice chat on our own, but I elected to do post-commentary for the actual video itself. It took a moment to communicate that, hey, remember to keep an eye on your partner's screen. Or more just, we had, the first time we had done this, we had been on opposite sides of the maze, so we're also trying to familiarize ourselves familiarize ourselves with the sides we were now on, because we got swapped compared to last time. Those Moogles trying to attack us certainly does not help. Oh, okay, yeah, it looks like she's actually going to need to come back and use that near wall to help navigate me all the way around the far side. And that Moogle is just going to be a nightmare. Okay. Getting close, just around this corner, and okay, we made it. So I need to go hit a button, it looks like. She's got a gate over there, and my button's over here. Okay, now we can move on to the second section of the maze. Looks like she's gonna want to come as close as possible to me. And then use this little spot to help me navigate around to the end. Oh, that got a little bit tight, honestly. That made me really nervous just watching it back. Okay. Looks like I have a nice long stretch right up against the fence, so I can help her navigate all the way through. She hitting a button so that my gate will open. And then, looks like I'm going to need to navigate quite a ways to get there, so yeah, we're going to need to, I think, have her move forward. So yeah, loop her around to there. And then I'm going to need to... This is really tight. I'm not a fan of how tight this is, but if I can hit that button... Do we think this is a good idea? Okay, yep, that works. That works. God, that feels... The fact that you don't know how far the bond can reach before it snaps stresses... Yep, that happened. Oh, but we lost no affinity, thank goodness. Yeah, the fact that it's not quite obvious how far the bond can reach stresses me out to no end. Okay, now we gotta get her past the Moogle, and she can be up on the near wall, so that'll let me navigate through the rest of my part of the maze. There's also a little bit of latency because we are playing, an MMO, so I'm noticing that's also having an impact on our affinity bond. It looks like she's a little bit more sluggish than me, but that's just because of the latency. At this point, we're trying to figure out which order we should go to get around the flower bins. She can go up and around. And then she can come all the way to me, and I can loop all the way around. And then she loops around, and we'll be on to the fourth section, I believe. Okay. Let's see. Who's gonna have to go first? This is looking pretty complicated, actually. I think I might need... Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yep. Shoot. It kind of looks like I need to go first because I don't go that far away. It's hard to tell because she goes further left, I go further back. So it's hard to tell which way is better. And, I think that's all of the affinity loss we get, thankfully, right there, is just me being a little bit overeager. So she's gonna go around. And then hopefully that doesn't snap the bond as she comes back around. And there's that good old internet lag again. Okay. Awesome. She's gonna come up right against the near wall. And now I can start to loop around. There we go. That works so much better. Yeah, I got a little bit overeager. That was completely on me. Unfortunately, part of the grading criteria for this is how fast you can do it. And we were playing very, very cautiously. So, yeah. Playing very cautiously ended up having us go a little bit on the slow side, I think. Okay. Now I could get around here. I don't like this. Yep, okay, shoot. I don't like this at all. And I think we just had to eat it. Eat the affinity loss. She would go around. I'm not quite sure what the optimal way to get through that loop is. Possibly her being one space over to the left, so before I started going out, but I don't know. Again, the fact that you can't tell how far the bond can stretch is a little stressful. Okay, so my gate's right there, and she's pretty close to me, so I'm able to go all the way through and then back up close to her. Then she has a button over there that needs to get pressed. We both need to press a button here. So I don't know, who's gonna go first? We need to go one at a time or we're gonna snap that bond again. But this is the final section, so we're basically done. Okay, now I can loop around. And I shouldn't have to move until she gets back to the far back. Though I think we're debating right now, should I move over or not? Okay. I think it would have been fine, especially since that distance was fine, but better safe than sorry. Alright, and she is to her button. Awesome. Now we gotta guide her all the way back so I can hit my button. And yeah, that definitely would have worked. I didn't need to go over there, but yeah, we were playing a little bit safe since we had already lost 10 affinity, which I don't think is completely fair, but... Okay, wait for her to get over, and she'll just slowly guide me around to the far side. Oh god! Okay, lost no affinity there, but yeah, that got a little bit tight. Alright, now to go back and head through and finish up the maze. It took us about 10 minutes. Honestly, not too bad. 10 minutes is not too bad for the maze at all. Alright. And now we can move on to the second game. You made it, Kupo! Well done getting through the first trial, Kupo. That wasn't a bad effort, but there's room. Hey, rude! Rude Moogle. Onward, Kupo. The second trial awaits. Alright, and this is going to be a card matching game. Next up, cards beat as one. Work together to find a matching pair of cards, Kupo. Be warned, picking the wrong cards results in a penalty. Now then, since I'm such a kind Moogle, here's a bit of help to get you started. I'm gonna give you a little flash, don't tell anyone, alright, Kupo? So during this, I took the right side, she took the left side. I memorized the 4 and the 5, she memorized the ace and the 2. The better you do in the maze, the more cards get revealed. I think if we're able to get through with perfect score, we might have like 3 or 4 cards revealed, which would be oh so nice. But since we only had 4 cards revealed in total between the two of us, we elected to just pick 2 that we don't know, memorize those, and see if we made any matches. I found a 3. She did not have a 3 over there. She had an ace and a 2, so I've got a 3, 4, 5. So we're picking 2 more cards we don't know. 4 and an ace. Alright, so we know where the aces are and we know where the 4s are. So we're gonna do the aces first. Or the angels, rather. And then the 4s. So now we've got a 3 up front and a 5 in the back left. So I think we're gonna pick 2 more that we don't know. And we're just communicating that real quick. 2 and a 5. Okay, we can match up the 5s. Also, Moogle, please stop criticizing us. We're literally playing as flawlessly as we can. Like, literally any improvement is just down to luck. I think, yeah, we had the 2s that we can match. And then at this point, we each knew one of the missing cards and didn't know one of the matching card for the other player. So it's not too hard to figure out which 2 cards to pick to finish this off. Got our aces. And finally, got our 3s. Alright, and that's the second trial done. What rating did we get? And now the moment you've been waiting for. How well did your bond hold up amid the trials? All shall be revealed, Kupo. Favorable. There is apparently 1 rank higher, but favorable covers such a wide range that it seems like it's not really a useful ranking. Because I think we got on the very high end of favorable, so I think we did pretty good, honestly. We had like one major mistake. So, thank you so much, Thabita. Thank you so much to my wonderful partner. And in just a moment, we're gonna switch back over to just me, so we can do the last little part of Valentione's day. So, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you off here, and the past me will see you then. Alright, honestly, that could have gone better than it did, but literally all of the issues we had came down to RNG with the card matching. Literally the only way we could have played better was if RNG favored us, and that's not really on us. And also, I really wish it told us how far we could go from each other before the chain would break, because it is really, really hard to tell how much leeway we have. It is not fair. We still made it through with 90% affinity, which is pretty good. But apparently, also, we took so long that we only got a favorable rating, which is ridiculous. We made it through with 90%. We should get the perfect score. Alright then. Now, the final thing we are doing today for Valentiones. Emily, what do you got for us? The day's crowning event is about to begin, adventure. Folks from all walks will speak of their greatest love while dressed in the latest Valentione fashions. You'll be staying to watch, of course. Of course I will. What do we got going on? Okay, we have 3 options for people who can show up for the Valentione celebrations. Let's start with the face of adventure and a fosterer of flora. Please give a warm welcome to Gridania's very own Mother Mion and Fafucha. Tell us, what inspired you to participate in today's event? I thought I'd use this opportunity to advertise the Adventurers Guild, which operates at the Carline Canopy. To those seeking adventure or a scrumptious eel pie, look no further. And I'm here representing the Botanist Guild. We hope to cultivate a fondness of flora in one and all. There's no better way to express one's love than in the company of like-minded friends. Please share with us what it is that you love. Well, I can't speak of love without mentioning tea. Whether I'm enjoying a cup or brewing a pot for a weary soul, tea brings me joy like little else. We serve only the finest teas at the Carline Canopy, and I hope you'll all come and try some. There's a drop for every taste. To that I can attest, though admittedly my own adoration lies more with the leaves than the beverage. Be it herbs or fruit or flowers, it's my passion and purpose to understand nature's bounty, for the benefit of both mankind and the star. Well now, if tea and flowers aren't absolutely perfect for this season of doting, I invite you all to seek out the Carline Canopy and Botanist Guild to treat yourselves and your loved ones. Thank you, Mother Mion and Fafucha. Okay, well that was more advertising the guild, the Adventurers Guild and the Botanist Guild than anything, but sure. Next up, we have the Soul of Wood and a Great Oak in the Making. As we welcome to the stage two Gridanian mainstays, Timbermaster Beaton and young Niccolo. Tell us, what inspired you to participate in today's event? That should be evident. I desire to share my wood with the world. Beaton? Phrasing. I'm here with old the Timbermaster, to keep watch over him, I suppose. Oh, but I'm also here hoping to find more younglings to play with us in the Acorn Orchard. So a hail to new friends and timber enthusiasts. Lovely. Without further ado then, what is it that you love? Your query is simple, but how does one aptly describe the fire kindled within a carpenter's breast at the sight of a quarter-cleft plank? The thrill of taking hardwood in hand, stroking it end to end, feeling every knot and grain against your fingertips. No word could do such euphoria justice, except for phrasing. What he's saying is, wood is great. As for me, I love all my friends as well as the carpenters who built our play equipment. That includes the Timbermaster, of course. Ah, Beaton. At least Niccolo's here to keep him in line. Marvelous! Those with a love of wood, the Carpenters Guild has what you desire and more. And young ones who wish to play, don't be shy. Run along to the Acorn Orchard and get to know Niccolo. Thank you for joining us. And we have one more that's available to us on this file. I'm tempted to go over to my main file for another one that is available, but I'm undecided. Alright, Infatuated Emissaries. May I have a warm welcome for Lizette de Valentione and her beloved, Sir Hortefence. Tell us, what inspired you to participate in today's event? Well, I could hardly forgo this splendid production of ardor and affection hosted by my very own emissaries of love. Precisely, we are here to support you, and I suppose I'd like to profess my passions a little as well. How romantic! You have our audience captivated already. Tell us all about your love. Well, my love, my angel is... Oh, how am I to aptly summarize such feelings? Ever since my darling Lizette, my goddess, first descended upon me as I lay collapsed among the pillowed drifts, I knew that I could never love another. Even now, when she gathers me into her milky arms, I think you should get a room. What are you doing saying such embarrassing things out loud? And what's even worse is... I don't dislike it. When you bare your heart to me like that, it makes me think of all I'd like to bear in return. Get a room, you two! Oh my god. Even Satora's cringing a bit. And we seem to be out of time. Perhaps these two love doves can continue their conversation somewhere private. Thank you very much. Astrid agrees with me. You two need to get a room. To my knowledge, there's 2 more pairs you can see little scenes like that for, but you need to be caught up on the main story to see them, at the very least through Endwalker. There's one that's definitely spoilers, so I don't want to show it at all, but the other one, it's not really spoilers, and it's really comedic. But unfortunately, no, I don't think I should show it. It involves a couple of Scions of the Seventh Dawn who aren't in the Scions yet, but they'll join in due time. Not quite yet, but soon enough. And they're interesting relationships they form. I will try and remember to talk about that as we get to them joining the Scions, because it's entertaining to say the least. But yeah, with that, I think that's going to be about it for us for Valentione's Day 2023. So then, next time on Final Fantasy XIV, we are heading back to Quarry Mill in order to continue helping to help the Little Alamegans, or the Alamegan refugees from Little Alamigo. Both, one, so that we can help them, and 2, in the hopes that we can get in their good graces so we can get their help in investigating the Asian La Habrea. I will see everyone next time for that.